Hey everybody, it's Peter, and it's August 1st, which means it's time for the hashtag triple S Veda, which is Amy Schmidhauer's vlog every day in August, based on her channel, which is Savvy Sexy Social. And basically, it's a bit of a challenge, but it's also helpful for new bloggers out there, people that need to get used to talking to the camera, vlogging in front of the camera, and all that good stuff. So basically, but just also too, this is not a rule because this came up last in April, and Amy posted the video, and I'll put a card here. Cards go here, I think. You'll see a card pop up. I'll put links, that kind of thing. Links below, you know, all that. It's don't get caught up that you have to do it every day. I mean, it's nice if you can, but you know, jobs get in the way of your life. I'm going to try to do it this year because I've done the last two. I've done last year August and this April, but I want to try to keep them short. I do have a bad habit of yammering on. I'm at 51 subs now, and I have almost 4,000 views, which is pretty good. And the trick about that too is do this for fun. I mean, sure, people want to do branding, start something using vlogging as a tool to get your message out there. But if you're just starting off like me, I got the bug back in 2013. I think maybe before that, and I tried a bit, and I've been off and on, and then I got the bug again last year, where I tried, and then I sort of was off and on. I've been off and on myself, just not in the mood. Just try your best at vlogging. It's it's a talent. It's like anything. You know, you want to learn something, you go to school, you go to college, you're going to learn a trade or something, you have to apprentice, you have to work at it, at a craft. It's not something you just wake up and it's like, oh, I'm going to be an amazing vlogger. I'm going to be a Casey Neistat or a Gary Vanderchuck or an Amy Schmidhauer. It takes time. These people take time. I've a lot of people too. They've been at it for years. One thing I found in the beginning, because I did do, back in the days, say in the 90s, my friends and I used to have video recorders, and we used to run around and do our own filming. We were trying to be little Spielbergs and, you know, Martin Scorsese. You know, I'm not uncomfortable with the camera. I used to have a bad habit of forgetting my lines. So this is good. Like good with this kind of thing is because if I forget something, I can go back, check my notes, or just roll it back in my head and then just go and just edit. I shouldn't have said that. I should have said this. Just editing is a wonderful tool for people like myself. And today's topic, if you're going with the calendar on Amy's site, is introduce yourself and say a little bit of myself. Well, I'm just going to cheat a bit. I will put some of the links of my previous stuff, so you can just go back, instead of me hammering on, you can go check my previous work from April and August. My channel is mostly just for fun. Basically, I like to do things about movie reviews, talking about my computer, building computers. So I'm just getting my footing on some things and, you know, still trying to find focus. But those things like talking about movies, computers. I do like comedy. I used to do voices as a kid. If you're really old and if you're Canadian, you might know a fellow called Rich Little. That if you also know Kevin Pollak, he grew up with him and so did I. There are some YouTubers out there, just look for voice artists, that kind of thing, and they can do that. And I like following voice artists, like people like Rob Paulson, who did Animaniacs back in the 90s, and I found out later on he actually did the Mask cartoon based on the Jim Carrey movie. Those are the kind of things I like. Then I just want to have a channel where I could speak about stuff. I haven't done anything yet on my opinion on things, because there are some still about people driving in traffic. Drives me nuts, like going through yellow lights, making wide-ass turns when you should be making, you know, a proper short turn, and then you change your lanes, things like that. I could go on about those. Those are maybe down the road I might do more of those. But I do have still some tech videos I want to do, like about a new mouse I bought, an update on the computer I built earlier this year. I want to do a follow-up on that. So I have quite a few things on my plate, and recently too there's been some issues in the family, so I've been busy with other things outside of this. So this is not a priority. It would be nice if, say, won the lottery, and then could just sit back and, you know, what am I going to blog about today, and not worry about running as a business, but just for, you know, shits and giggles. If anything, I'd want to rather be just a YouTube personality, but I don't want to be that other person. I mean, there's enough movie reviewers, that kind of thing, but, you know, there's enough of them out there. Maybe one day I'll be amongst the other greats, like who's one, Flickerman, the Flick Picks, and Chris Stuckman. There's a new one I followed the other day. I think it's Old Bastards. A couple of guys from Australia who go on about stuff. They did a really good thing about the Star Trek Discovery. So today I actually seem rather comfortable with the camera. So that's about me. As I say on my page, I'm eclectic amount of eclecticism, if that's a word. But anyway, I'm a jack of all, master of none. And if you look behind me, you can see I have the poster here is from a girl who is a local Toronto girl. She used to have a show called Valerie Versus. I think she's actually now gone into full-time improv work in the Toronto area, maybe small-time acting jobs, that kind of thing. And I got to meet her at one of the Comic Cons. I think it was the 2013, might have been 2013 Comic Con. I was dressed up as Evil Gru. Again, if you look at my site, you'll see I did a thing on that because I didn't want to shave this off. So I figured, you know what? There's Evil Abed from Community. If you know those, I think it was season 4, the one about the causality. If you roll the dice a certain way, it comes up. You kind of start another timeline. You can also see behind me too, right about there. There's a Star Trek thingy. I might do a video of the room one day. I have also Japanese collectibles. Actually, here. Not here, but below the picture, right about there. That is from a friend of mine. I was surprised he got me one of the Christmas specials from Community, and all the characters were certain toys that Abbott and they did like a claymation, like you used to do back in the '60s and '70s. They did an episode like that. So, and then up just above my head here, I was ex-military. I was a Cold War vet, if you want to call it that. I was in from '83 to '90. And did some time on the Rhine for 5 years. Prior to that, I was 2 years up north in Canada in a place called CFB Petawawa. And I was in the Armor Corps, did reconnaissance, or what the Brits call recce. Americans call it recon. And then I went over to Germany for the last 5 years. And just before the wall fell in Berlin, talking about the wall falling, I saw Atomic Blonde. So if you want to check it out too, I did a review the other day. I like reviewing movies because I do like movies. I have a huge collection, but I like interesting stories or things that keep my attention, like Baby Driver. I also did a review on that. So check out my channel. You know what to do if you like it. If you like this one or don't like it, subscribe. If you want to follow me along on this crazy journey of YouTube and see what I'm up to, and good luck on SSSVEDA, and we'll see you in the next one.